Hey everyone, so today we're diving into something that's, well, a real game changer for your English conversations. We're going to go beyond just, being understood. We're talking about how to sound truly engaging, memorable, magnetic even. So, if you're ready to really transform how you speak, let's get right into it.
Have you ever had that feeling? You're in a conversation, the words you're using are technically correct, but it's just not flowing. It feels a little stiff, maybe even robotic. You know exactly what you want to say, but it just doesn't come out with that natural, easy rhythm you're looking for.
Well, that is exactly what we are going to fix today. And here's the secret. It's not about learning a ton of new vocabulary, not at all. It's about learning how to use what you already know. We're going to unlock a bunch of simple but really powerful phrases that native speakers use all the time to just add that spark, that life, and that connection to their conversations.
Okay, first things first, the opening. You know how you start a conversation literally sets the tone for everything that follows. So instead of a plain old hello, we need something that pulls the listener in right away and makes them actually want to hear what's next.
Look at these. These little phrases completely change the whole vibe of an opening. I mean, think about it. If you start with, guess what? You're immediately making the other person a part of the story. It's an invitation. Or, let me tell you something interesting. I mean, who's going to say no to that? And here's the thing. That one's brilliant for just cutting right to the chase. Imagine you have to explain a problem at work. Instead of a long, rambling intro, you just go, okay, here's the thing. They moved the deadline up. Boom. It's direct, it's clear, and it sounds super confident.
Let's just park on this one for a second. Guess what is like a little conversational hook. It creates this tiny moment of suspense, and it signals to the other person, hey, I've got something good to share. It is such a simple way to make your listener physically and mentally lean in a little closer.
All right, so you've kicked off the conversation like a pro. But a great conversation, well, it's a dance, right? It's a two-way street. Once you've got their attention, the next big thing is how you respond. How you agree or even disagree is absolutely key to building that rapport.
And this is all about balance. On one side, you have these really strong agreement phrases like absolutely or couldn't agree more. Using these makes the other person feel validated and builds an instant connection. But what happens when you see things a little differently? That's where these polite phrases come in. Saying, I respect that, but, or, another way to look at it is, shows you're not just nodding along. It shows you're actually engaged in thinking, but without shutting the whole conversation down. It invites a discussion, not a fight.
This is kind of the next level of agreeing. When you say something like, that's exactly what I was thinking, you're doing more than just saying yes. You're creating this really powerful sense of a shared mind, It makes the other person feel genuinely heard and understood. It's a massive connection builder.
Oh, I love this one. It's got so much more energy than a simple I agree. You nailed it. It's basically a compliment. You're telling the speaker that their point wasn't just good, it was absolutely perfect. Use this one and I guarantee you'll make the other person feel amazing.
Okay, moving on. Let's be real. Sometimes conversations can get a little messy, right? We have complex ideas we want to share, and it's so easy to get lost or for people to misunderstand us. This next set of phrases, this is your secret weapon for total clarity.
You should think of these as little signposts for your listener. When you use one, you're basically saying, hey, listen up, this next part is really important. So if you just explain something super technical, you can follow it up with, in other words, and then give a simple analogy. Or if you feel like maybe you were misunderstood, what I mean is the perfect, gentle way to clarify and get everything back on track.
This phrase is pure gold. It's like a magic wand. It tells your listener that you're about to take a big, complicated idea and boil it down to its most essential, easy-to-understand core. It shows that you not only get the topic yourself, but you also really respect their time and their brainpower.
And now for our last and, honestly, maybe our most powerful tool, storytelling. I mean, humans are just wired for stories. We love them. And turning a simple update into a little narrative is one of the best ways to become a speaker that people actually remember.
And you know what the best part is? It doesn't have to be some epic tale. Look at this super simple structure. You open with a little hook, like, so the funniest thing happened on my way here. Bam, you've got their attention. Then you build that anticipation in the middle. And finally, you wrap it all up with, so long story short, that way you get right to the point without boring them. It's a perfect little formula.
This phrase right here is the engine of your whole story. It is pure suspense. It creates what's called an open loop in your listener's brain, and they just have to know what happens. They can't help it. It's basically the conversational version of a TV show cliffhanger.
So, there you have it, your new magnetic speaking toolkit. You've now got the phrases you need to start conversations with a real punch, to respond in a way that actually builds connection, to make your points crystal clear, and to tell great little stories that people will actually want to listen to.
Now, the only thing left to do is to actually go out and use them, right? Knowing this stuff is great, but taking action is what really builds confidence. So here's the real takeaway. Don't just memorize these phrases. Use them. Pick one, just one, from this whole explainer and make it your mission to use it in a conversation today. So which one's it going to be?